Well, hello there, Abundant Life Living Community. It is I, Coach Tonya Bryant. I am a transformational coach. I am the owner of Abundant Life Living. I'm also a licensed master social worker. And I support women in their journey to really transform their lives through learning how to shift their mindset. Now, I'm super excited because I have launched my Know Yourself, Love Thyself, Heal Thyself campaign. And this really is a journey to wholeness, right? Many of us we have parts of ourselves that we need to heal. And so, this focus of love thyself, uh, know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself is really a campaign of growth and development. And so last week we talked about understanding our strengths, right? And we talked about that strengths really are, or identifying our strengths. And strengths are really these natural patterns. And I'm going to put it up here, natural patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that give you energy and help you to perform at your best. And so I gave you some work to do, if you will, to really help you begin to unearth those strengths, understand what your strengths are. So this week, in keeping with the theme, know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself, and we've been focused around knowing thyself. And so this week we are going to, again, phase one of know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself. We're going to talk today about opportunities for growth. Opportunities for growth. Now, for some people, they may label that as weaknesses. I want to flip that into, put it more into a strengths based perspective, right? So embracing your opportunities for growth, right? Now understanding that opportunities for growth, they're not flaws, they're not failures, they're not weaknesses, but they're parts of our being. They're parts of us that still are becoming, that they're still need to unfold. And so they're not quite ripe yet, right? Think about a banana, right? You see that banana, it may be yellow on the outside, but it's still not ripe yet. It doesn't have that sweetness yet because it's still becoming, it's still unfolding. There's still opportunities for growth. And that's the same thing with you. You have parts of yourselves that are still becoming, that are still unfolding, that still have opportunities for growth. And so, as I said, I want to reframe the narrative, because we often look at our struggles as something negative. But what if we begin to exact those places where we feel challenged or stretched as divine invitations to evolve? Oh, I love that. So again, we're reframing. So those struggles and those things that we are challenged with, let's not look at them as negative, but let's reframe them. Let's look at them as divine invitations to evolve, really to grow. So opportunities for growth are signals. They're not setback. So I want you to think about where are there opportunities for growth in your own life, right? Things that are signaling to you that there's some growth that needs to happen there, right? It's not a negative thing. It's just that you still need to evolve, right? And so, even as I was saying that, I want you to think, um, take a moment and think about you, reflect about you and your own life. Where are there areas that maybe you feel stuck, or that are reactive, that you feel stuck or reactive? Where do you tend to avoid, procrastinate, or self-sabotage? Those are areas that need support. It's not, those aren't areas for you to be ashamed of, but that's showing you, again, those opportunities for growth, opportunities for growth. See, we've been talking about know thyself. Know thyself. We're in the first phase. Know thyself. We're on this journey to wholeness, to completeness, because many of us are feeling like I'm missing something. There's some things that I need to grow and develop. And so in order for that to happen, you've got to get real with yourself. You've got to begin to go inward, be introspective, go inward and look at you, and look at you with not judgment, look at you with no shame, but just look at you and see, what areas do I need to evolve in? What areas do I need a divine invitation to evolve? Right? I love that. A divine invitation to evolve. And that takes humility. That takes realizing, okay, I need support, right? Just as I said, think about those areas in your life that you avoid, that you procrastinate with, that you self-sabotage. You begin using, even with your mouth, you're speaking negatively, and so it's causing you to even set back, because there's a transformation that needs to take place with your mouth as it relates to you. Again, when we're talking about opportunities for growth, it's not about shaming. It's just areas where you need support. Those areas that you've been procrastinating. Oftentimes when we're procrastinating is because we don't want to deal with there's the element of fear. We don't want to deal. We rather not even look at that, because maybe it hurts too much. Maybe it's too difficult. Maybe you failed in the past, and so there's almost a despondency that you are holding on to. Well, if we are going to know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself, we've got to begin to look at those painful areas. Look at those areas that hurt somewhat, right? Think about when something is infected. You've got to go in and you've got to clean out that infection for it to properly heal. And so those opportunities for growth, they're signals. They're signals that, okay, I need some divine, that's a divine invitation for me to evolve. Right. And so I want you to think about, and I wrote, let's do like kind of a little reflection exercise. And this is something that you can begin now. You can do once the broadcast is done. You can work on this. But what you're going to do is you're going to write down 2 to 3 personal growth opportunities. So, and I put some examples. So this might be with your communication. Maybe you have a hard time communicating, right? With your spouse, with your partner, you just communication is an area where you need to grow in. All right. Maybe consistency. Maybe you start something, you start off, you organize, but then you just kind of fall by the wayside, and you're not consistent. Is that an area of personal growth that you need to tend to? Maybe you need to set some boundaries. Maybe you're one where you are constantly giving out of you're so giving that you have no boundaries, and so that's causing some areas of challenge in your life. There's you're tired, you're frustrated because you've not set any boundaries. Or maybe you need to deal with your emotions. Emotions are a beautiful thing. We need emotions. Emotions are a part of us. That emotions, I almost feel like they're the things that let us know that we're alive. However, our emotions should not control us. They are also kind of an indicator. They're also a signal, right? They're a way for us to express, to release, but maybe we're allowing our emotions to run rapid. So think, okay, so you're writing down so in your journal, you're writing down 2 to 3 personal growth opportunities, right? And so then once you do that, you're going to ask, what do I need to what do I need to support growth here? So in other words, what do I need to do for me to grow in this and evolve in this area? Right? So again, we're talking about phase 1 in this know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself, a journey to wholeness. And so we are getting real with ourselves. And so we are looking at ourselves and seeing, where do I need to grow? What do I need? Where do I need support? Again, this isn't to shame yourself. This isn't to be negative, but this is just a sign that I need support. I need support. This is an area in my life that I need to grow. Right? And so again, you're going to write down 2 to 3 personal growth opportunities. Once you do that, you're going to ask yourself, what do I need to support growth, or what do I need to support growth here? So what do you need to do to ensure that you can begin to grow in that area? Okay. And so this week, I want you to choose one opportunity for growth and take one action step, right? Take one action step. So seek support, right? Set a boundary, show up differently, give yourself permission to be in progress. So you're going to take one of those areas that I had you write down 2 to 3. You're going to take one and you're going to take an action step. What can I do with that area? All right. Consistency. Maybe I've been struggling with consistency. I'm not waking up and doing what I need to do. Maybe you need to set an alarm, right? Set an alarm. Set multiple alarms. Have someone help you, right? Again, and I like how someone talked about this person wasn't very keen on accountability of partners, because you need to be accountable, and that's absolutely, but sometimes we need that support. And so sometimes letting someone know, hey, I'm working in this area, right? I'm working in this area. Can you maybe ask me how things are going? Because that's a way that can help me in this process, in my personal growth opportunity that I'm doing, right? So whatever that area may be. Like I said, I was talking about consistency, setting the boundaries, showing up differently, giving yourself permission to be in progress. My name is Tonya LaShawn Bryant. I am a transformational coach. I'm also a licensed master social worker. I have launched my Know Thyself, Love Thyself, Heal Thyself campaign. Really, it's a journey to wholeness. That's the focus of this journey to wholeness. And so I want to encourage you, if you have not, this is week 4 of phase 1. And so if you've missed any of them, you can go back. They're still up. You can go back and look at each week what we've talked about. So for example, in week 1, we talked about understanding your core values. What are the values? What are those things that make you tick, that you believe in, that really are a part of you, that really drive kind of your life, so to speak. That's when we talk about values. And then in week number 2, I think we went deeper. We went deeper in our core values and really understanding our values, our core values. Then in week 3, we talked about identifying strengths, right? And so then week 4, we're talking about personal growth opportunities, right? Where can we find those, looking in our own life and looking at our life and seeing, okay, where are those areas for opportunities for growth that I need to pay attention to, that I need to look at. Because again, this is all phase one of know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself, right? So we may be next week, we may have one more topic that we're going to focus in on know thyself, and then we will go to love thyself, right? This is all kind of a transition that I'm taking us through. On Thursdays, I've dedicated that to affirmation Thursdays with, I just want, yeah, affirmation Thursdays with Coach Tonya Bryant. And so based upon the topic that we talked about at the beginning of the week, on Thursdays, we do affirmations for that topic, just to kind of help us cement what we are learning. And so today, again, we have talked about opportunities for growth, and you are to really take a look, take one of your personal opportunities for growth and take an action with that. Take actions for the growth so that you are moving forward, because it's important that, it's not about you just sitting here listening to me, right? Because I like to talk, I like to teach, I like to inspire, I like to encourage, but it's not going to do you any good, if you don't then begin to implement this into your own life. So I want to encourage you, like I said, choose one opportunity for growth and take action steps and give yourself permission to be in progress. All right. I want to thank you so much again for joining me with this Know Thyself, Love Thyself, Heal Thyself campaign, a journey to wholeness. And just for hanging out with me, if you've not already done so, you can go to bit.ly/limits 2024 to download my free ebook on overcoming. Oh, you know what? I don't have that up. Let me put that up. What I have, and we're going to go to that. I have what's scrolling across is for you to be able to get the t-shirt, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But yes, so to get my free ebook of overcoming limiting beliefs, you can go to bit.ly/limits 2024 to download that book. It's a encouragement book filled with affirmations and just good information to help you begin to deal with those limiting beliefs, right? That and I believe that we all have opportunities for growth when it comes to the limits that we put on ourselves. So again, you can go to www.bit.ly/limits 2024 to download my free ebook. Now, I have you can go to, and now let me put that up. So you can get the t-shirts for the campaign, The Journey to Wholeness, Love Thyself, Know Thyself, Love Thyself, Heal Thyself. And if you go to bit dot, it's scrolling across the bottom, .ly/wholeness 2024, it'll take you to where you can order t-shirts. And let me show you. I am going to share my screen. And all right. And so let me do this. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Or is it what I want to do? Nope, that is not what I want. I want to do this. And then let me take this off. So again, you can go to BIT, and let me see if this is going to let me make this a little bigger. Okay. And so you can see the t-shirts. I just ordered think I ordered the blue one. I mean the purple one. So know thyself, love thyself. These are really, really comfortable shirts. It is $25. If you get a larger size, I think it's $2 more. So $27. I think if you get the 3X or the 4X. And so I have just gotten the purple one. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. So I will be displaying that. But go ahead and embody this whole campaign of know thyself, love thyself, heal thyself. Again, you can go to bit.ly/wholeness 2024 to get the t-shirts today. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me stop sharing. For hanging out with me today as we talked about phase one of knowing thyself, opportunities for growth. Make sure that you are doing that work and getting to know yourself. Thank you. And I will see you on Thursdays for Affirmation Thursdays with Tonya Bryant, where we will be looking at affirmations as it relates to opportunities for growth. I'll see you later. Have a great week and see you on Thursday. Bye now.